Okay, here's a very interesting topic. I cannot speak for all men when it comes to this, but I can speak for myself. So let's get to it. First of all, it's natural to want to find your counterpart that takes on the same role as you in life and just in general when you're around your friends, family, etc. I know that they say that opposites attract, but people in general always try to find things that they have in common. Alphas definitely try to go for other alphas. Alphas don't necessarily go for betas unless they're just looking for, I don't know, a quick smash or just something easy to hang around with. Who knows? In general, that's just not what you see. You see the most like-minded people hanging out with each other. Every now and then you see the complete opposites, and a great friendship can form, but alphas generally try to stick with other alphas and betas try to stick with other betas. Like, you definitely don't see a beta in any group going up to an alpha of the opposite sex and seriously being like, yo, like let's get together, let's do this. You just generally don't see it. Alright, and this next one can depend on the guy and what degree of an alpha he is, or how much alpha-ness he possesses. And yes, some men are more alpha-like than others. Same thing with females, same thing with just people in general. There's always a varying degrees to how much of a particular quality you have or what type of traits you have. Like, nobody is generally 100% of something or not. There's usually a spectrum, and everybody lands somewhere on that spectrum. I would say in general, most alpha males like a challenge. You see, the thing is we see ourselves as being so high and so mighty, and we want to meet and be around new people that might be able to challenge us in ways that we have never been challenged before. We want new people to test us, and we want to see how much they can truly challenge us. Personally speaking, I love alpha females. I see myself as the best, and in any relationship, I want her to open me up to new things, to help me grow and be even better than I was before. I'm not saying that only alpha females can do that, but in general, my experience and the way I feel and from what I've seen, it seems like alpha females can do that more easily than anybody else. Alpha males want the best of everything. I feel like not just alpha males, but an alpha in any particular situation. Like, we need to have the best. We need to be the best at pretty much everything. You know, there's nothing that we don't strive for it to be like number one in. You know, second place just is not acceptable. So, like I said earlier, we will naturally be attracted to the opposite sex that takes on the same role as us. So if we see, like, if I'm with my friends, I'm the alpha in the group. If I see a group of girls, I'm naturally gonna be more attracted to the alpha in the group. The other thing too is there's almost a bit of, like, I wouldn't say bragging rights, but like, you want to be able to kind of brag to your friends a little bit, and you want to be able to just be like, yeah, man, like, you know, like, I pulled her, I got, you know, she's the baddest chick, you know what I mean? She's the hottest chick in her whole group, you know what I mean? She's the hottest chick in her clique. You want to be able to show off a bit to your friends. Not that that's the most important thing, but it's just, it's kind of like the little perk that goes along with it, if you know what I mean. I'm sure girls do the same thing. People in general, you know, they do the same thing, you know, it's just, I mean, and that's just true in general. It doesn't even have to be with relationships. It can be like with a business deal or something. You know, there could be a small-time entrepreneur that suddenly makes a big deal with a big company like Yahoo or something, and he's like, yo, like, you know, he goes to all of his fellow entrepreneurs and he's like, yo, like, Yahoo just called me and they just said they wanted to buy my business for $3 billion, yo. So look at me, I'm about to be a billionaire. Small time suddenly gets up there with the big time. People in general tend to cling to what is easy, and they tend to try to sometimes go for whatever is easy. Alpha males, and just alphas in general, I think we don't necessarily do that. A lot of times we like the challenge. Alpha females are not easy to get. Alpha females at times are very wild, and to most people seem to be untamable. But if you can be the guy to tame them, then you did what most probably could not. I'll back up just a little bit. I don't mean tame in any type of sexist way or anything, so please don't take it that way at all. That's not what I mean. It's probably very similar to the feeling that you ladies get whenever you are able to pick up the alpha male, or whenever you're able to fix the guy that you are dating. I know I've heard so many girls that sit there and say, yeah, I knew he was trouble from the start, but like, you know, our thing is we want to try to fix him. You know, like we're all about trying to fix the guy. Like we think we can fix him somehow. And if you actually can fix him, which 9 times out of 10, you know, from what I've seen, a lot of you ladies can't. Like, you know, if he's trouble, he's trouble. You shouldn't have dated him in the first place. But if you are able to fix him, and if you are able to change him somehow, you feel highly accomplished, do you not? Well, you could think of it as the same way in regards to us as men. I personally think that a good trait, or a common trait that I have seen in a good number of alpha females, is a certain level of internal security. Basically meaning that they're not insecure, they don't need to go out there, and they don't need to do anything extra to try to make themselves feel like they're worth something. Like, no, they know what they're worth, they know what they can do, and they don't need anybody else to tell them that they can do it because they already believe in themselves. The way that I picture, or I should say another trait that I think a lot of alpha females possess, is their ability to be tough. And to come out and be like, look, you fucked up. It's okay. Figure out what you did wrong. Correct yourself. Here's a tip on how to do so, but move on. Whether you failed or you did something wrong, she's right there, and she's just like, she just tells it to you straight. And at the same time, have a certain level of sensitivity to my emotions. Yes, believe it or not, ladies, you are not the only ones that go through life with daily struggles and whatever you want to call it, relationship issues. We, as men, are more emotional than you may think. And there you have it. Those are basically some of the short and very simple reasons why alpha males do like alpha females. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe.